having scammed $27,000, I was really down, like rock bottom.
Meet Chew Wei Xiang. He manages over 17 million in assets, teaches thousands through his trading school, and has built a strategy that removes the stress and emotion from trading decisions.
My ex-girlfriend's mother actually sent me a voice message, and I still save it to today. 像你这种思维的人，你这一辈子永远不可能成功的，你就是一个失败者。
So that was like that push.
Yeah.
Let me prove her wrong.
That's right. I have to prove everyone wrong. It was that burning desire to succeed.
What was the immediate next step?
The immediate next step was to really...
Hey mom bosses, if you ever thought I want to grow my income, but the markets feels intimidating, then this episode is for you. I'm sitting down with someone who doesn't just trade Forex. He manages over 17 million in assets, teaches thousands through his trading school, and has built a strategy that removes the stress and emotion from trading decisions. Meet Chew Wei Xiang. He's a professional Forex trader, XM webinar instructor, and a master of risk management who's been featured on Yahoo Finance, Business Insider, and more. Whether you're curious about growing your money through trading or just want to learn how the wealthy think differently about risk, this conversation will open up your eyes to new possibilities. So, if you're ready to expand your income streams and understand how to make your money work harder for you, let's dive in. All right, Wei Xiang, welcome. Let's kick it off with something fun. Give me 3 facts, maybe 2 facts, and 1 lie about yourself, and let me guess.
Right, I think the first one is I've been expelled 2 times in secondary school. The second one is I started trading with only $1,000.
Okay.
And the third one is I'm a cat person.
Okay. I don't know, you've been expelled? That seems pretty extreme. Am I right?
Well, take your guess.
Okay, first one. First one.
Yeah, the first one is
Being expelled from
a
school.
lie.
A lie, yes.
That's actually true.
Oh, really?
That's actually true.
Okay, that's very interesting. I'll find out more throughout this interview, and hopefully, that's something that our viewers would be curious to find out about. So I guess let's just go straight into it. Let me know, how did you go into trading?
Well, I think I've been trading since I was 16 years old.
Is it legal? Can start trading at 16?
No, actually, during that time, it wasn't that regulated.
Okay,
right? So I think there were, brokers from outside from Singapore, which, once you're 16 years old, you're able to get an account.
All right.
And I started trading with binary options. It's basically a form of trading. And then, during the early days, I think during that time I was in ITE. And I was, buying Apple stocks.
Okay.
Right? Betting that Apple stocks will go up, right? With leverage and everything. So I think during that time was quite easy to trade, right? Because it's quite easy to predict. So think about it this way. Apple released their iPhone around August to October. Right? September is the sweet spot. So what I do is that, somewhere around June, July, I will start buying Apple stocks. And then once the Apple is, the new iPhone is released, right? And then of course, I will just wait for probably like a week or 2 before I sell it off. Right? So I think that is where I started my trading and / investment journey, I would say.
Would that trick still work now?
Now it's a little bit harder because everything is already priced in, right? So I think investors are because I think in recent years, investors have already priced in, there's going to be a new release of a new iPhone, right? There's so many leaks, and teasers out there that, it really drives the stock prices up.
Way before the June, July timing, right?
Yes. Exactly. Right. So when the iPhone, when Apple released a new iPhone, I mean, yes, sure. There's going to be an increase in the value of the stock price. but it's not going to be significant enough. Or of course, you still carry that risk of, from June to October or September, right? If there is any dips, right? And then of course, if there's any dips in the stock prices, maybe you might be in too early because the upside potential is just not that much, not that high anymore.
I see. So would you say that's your very first stock that you purchased or no? You've purchased
Yes,
something.
that's
That's your very first. So I take that your very first purchase of a stock is a win.
Yes, you can say that.
Okay.
I think it's very common for any beginners to win on their first few trades. It's what we call the beginner's luck.
Ah, I see. Okay, then let's go to the other side. People want to know as well, right? Can you still remember your very first loss and how did you deal with that?
Okay. So during that time, just trading a few $100s, it was a lot to me,
Yeah.
as a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I think my first loss wasn't just a loss, it was a consecutive loss. I actually lost like $3,000 in a row, right? And then it was like, oh my God, it's like, heart pain.
Yeah. For a 16-year-old, okay.
Correct.
I mean, yes, it's confusing, it's scary. That's why a lot of people never really gotten into it. Or rather like yourself, right? People may have continued or started losing and they thought, no, this is not cut out for me. But for you, you went further. So,
I went
so
all in.
when was that time? What made you think, I'm going for it?
Well, I mean, I always believe in using the least amount of effort to get the highest amount of rewards, right? And I have a very, very strong conviction on, if I were to master trading, if I were to master, the financial markets, right, I will be able to use, a very, very minimal effort, right, to make the most amount of money, right? So that has always been my mindset and my approach in life.
Wow, that's very interesting because I think we've always been brought up with this mindset that, to be successful, you have to do a lot of hard work, right? You need to work hard to be successful. But since young, you had this mindset that, let's work on return on effort.
Yes, return on effort. Yeah, that is exactly.
Where did that sort of like mindset come from, if you can remember ever?
Well, okay, so, back in my schooling days, right, I wasn't a really bright student, right? I've been expelled twice. I think probably half of my time in secondary school is either, transitioning to a new school or being suspended from school.
Okay.
Right, but I still managed to pass my N levels by some miracles. So, I was thinking, right, like, why do I have to study so hard? Right? Why do I need to learn things that doesn't matter to me? I mean, yes, education is important. Having the basics education is important, but I even considering going to further my studies after IT and going for a diploma, degree, master degrees. It was my dream to get a master degrees. I think back in secondary school. So then after that, I think it was after my secondary school days, I was like, I really hate studying. I was like, come on, give me a break. And it was in IT, right, because I was in this traineeship program. It's really, really cool. So you have the NITEC cert, and on top of that, you have a traineeship program certificate, right? So I was, I was interning, kind of traineeship, doing my traineeship at a accounting firm. So then, of course, I got exposed, to how to read, how to read, a balance sheet, P&L and stuff. And of course, that's why I had my first investment. But I think the main thing is, why do people go to work, right? And then, earning, probably like $3,000, $4,000. And then, like, is that really worth my effort, right? To head to work and squeeze.
Selling your time.
Selling my time.
And effort for someone else's goal.
Exactly. So I was like this doesn't make sense at all. This doesn't make sense at all. I have to do something about it.
All right.
And of course I think one of my personality trait is that I don't like having a boss.
And so this is perfect for you. It's sort of like you learn what you can, and you tend to enjoy reading P&L sheets, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so from there, right, from someone who get expelled, who discover that he doesn't like learning, to becoming an educator now at XM,
Yeah.
how did you transition from this to this? Tell me more.
Oh, wow, that's the story. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I started gotten serious into trading, after my NS, right? So after NS, I was getting a little bit more serious in trading. I think particularly was because of my ex-girlfriend's mother. She was the one who brought me into Forex and teaching courses. So I joined her scammy MLM / course. Basically it's a Forex course. There's an investment side to it, there's an MLM side to it. So it's like
you need to recruit people.
yeah, you have to recruit people. But here's the thing, right? When you recruit people, they don't encourage you to withdraw your commissions.
Right.
So they ask you to invest into invest with
Continue investing so that then you can have the override.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So basically you're just funneling money to them. And then of course I think it was like about 6 to 8 months time.
Right.
Everything collapsed. Office closed, website is down. They just run away.
Oh.
Right, and that's my ex-girlfriend's mother. Of course,
Also, you lost a lot of money then?
I lost like 27,000 USD.
Oh, wow. For a young man at that time.
At that point of time, I was 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, 20.
Okay, so how did you recover and thought that, hey, people need better education? I think I'm getting to that gist of the story now.
Well, I think it's so when I was down, 27,000 US dollar at 20 years old, that's a lot of money. That's like what, 35,000 ish?
In today's worth, yeah.
Singapore dollars.
Yeah. And it would have worth a lot more back then, right? Because, currency and
inflation and stuff.
Yeah.
So, at the point of time, I was really down, right? Like rock bottom. And my ex-girlfriend's mother actually told me something, right? She actually sent me a voice message. And I still save it to today. Because I was having scammed $27,000. Of course, you bet your ass that I will call her, I will spam her, I will message her, and then one day she had like enough of it, and then she sent me this message. She said, 像你这种思维的人，你这一辈子永远不可能成功的，你就是一个 lose 失败者。But yeah, she said the word lose because I think she's from Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't know the word loser, but.
So it's a loser there. But anyway, okay, get to the point. But so that was like that push.
Yeah.
Let me prove her wrong.
That's right. I have to push. I have to prove everyone wrong. It was that burning desire to succeed. It's like, how dare you hit me when I'm down, when I'm at my rock bottom.
So from that rock bottom,
what
did you do? What was the immediate next step?
Well, I think the immediate next step was to really learn trading by myself. So I really start from scratch. Like I forget.
Even though you have kind of dabbled since you're 16.
Yeah. So I basically scratch everything off, learn the basics again, and then I do a lot of backtesting. Like really a lot of backtesting. I've probably done tens of thousands of years of historical data of backtesting for every single major minor currency assets. Like it was crazy, right? It was crazy. So I was testing out, what have a higher probability of working, what have a lower probability of working, what is just straight out it doesn't work at all, right? And of course, I start to realize that now every single person, their trading strategy, their investment strategy will be slightly different.
Please elaborate.
Because here's the thing, right? I have a different personality, right? And my character is different. How I see the markets, how I see the chart, how I interpret, what's going on in the financial world is really different from, let's say, for example, for you, right? I might say that, I would choose to buy at this price, at X price over here, but you might choose to wait. Right? So we all have, different perception of the financial markets. And of course, our decision-making process will also be slightly different.
Yeah.
Even if we learn the same strategy. So I quickly realized that, and of course I see that as a number one problem. So what I do is that, I was like, okay, I'm going to find something that really worked for me. Right? Instead of, learning from, all YouTube tutorials.
Yeah, what the prediction, right? I love all this guru teaching people prediction. I see it's going out, must go in now or go out now, and all of that noise. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, I think in internet, right? In the entire internet space, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, right? There is so much noise, so much information. People is telling you that this is working, that is working, everything's working. But have they really tested it out yet? And if they have tested it out, how extensive is their test, right? So that began to hit me. So what I did is I tested out for myself tens and tens of thousands of years of historical data. And I found out what worked for me, what doesn't work for me. And it's really simple, right? Once you find out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, just keep doing what is working and stop doing what's not working.
Yes.
So it's that simple. So then, of course, over the years, I began to refine my strategy. And then, of course, I started to teach people how to craft out their own trading strategy. Because now I already know what is, completely cannot make it, right? It doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't work at all, right? So now, using my expertise, I help my students to kind of guide them to follow a path of things that I think will work for them. So basically, what I do is very comprehensive. I basically understand, for example, if you're my student, I'll understand your character or understand your personality, right? I'll even go to the extent of understanding, what is your schedules like, right, day to day. Right? So then, of course, we will then do a back test. We'll do some testing to kind of see your profitability, right? During these hours, if you take a good trade, are you awake to take a good trade? If you're not awake to take a good trade, or if you're busy during that timing, then probably, this is...
That strategy may not work for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
and that's very customized, isn't it? But let's go back to how you educate or train people. You're a trainer on XM platform itself.
Yeah.
So specifically, what people could expect, maybe just a quick few things, right? On the XM platform, when they go to the education bit, I know there's lots of resources for us to find out there. Yeah. What can they expect to learn from you?
Well, so now because I always believe that every traders have a different personality. So what I do with the XM webinars, right, is I basically tell them, okay, I basically go through, what is the current market forecast, what is going on around the world, what is, how does the financial markets looks like for, the day or, the forecast for the next week. Of course, I'll be going through, some of the things like, if this were to happen, XYZ were to happen, right? Price might spike up to XYZ level, right? So these are the things that I go through. And of course, I also teach the basics, right? All the fundamentals, basics, how do you read the economic calendar, what are the important economic news and data to take note of. And of course, I also share my strategy as well. So I think a lot of people, they have been asking me, what is my strategy? Because for all the XM attendees, right, when they look at my chart, right, and then they say, wow, your chart is so clean. It's just basically a black and white chart with rectangles. There's no fancy lines. There's no messy charts.
Yeah.
It's just really, really simple. Right. So this is exactly what they
can possibly learn for themselves as well.
Exactly. So I always believe to not overcomplicate your trading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Clarity wins all the time.
Exactly.
And would you say that is important information from novice, amateur trader, all the way to, your experienced trader should learn?
Right. So I think, no matter if you're a novice trader or experienced trader, I think simplicity is always the key, right? You don't want to overcomplicate.
Right.
I've always believed in this thing called the decision fatigue. Now, if you have to make 20 decisions just to come up with a decision whether to buy or sell, imagine if you have to do it for 28 different assets or even 40 different assets when you're looking through the charts, when you're deciding whether you want to buy or sell. So you take that 20 decisions, hey, is this moving up? Is that overbought, oversold, or whatever, right? So there's so many things to check. By the time you go through all the assets,
Yeah.
your mind will be drained. You
Yes.
can't make proper decisions.
Yeah, you're right.
trade.
And I think that's really what stops a lot of beginners to even go in there, because they think that, oh my God, there's so many things that I need to consider, and
Yeah.
I don't think I can do this. I just don't have the time to even study the market. And, and then there's always people who don't trade who says, trading is just another form of gambling. But by the sound of it, right, once you understand it, it's not gambling. Just like building a business, once you have your formula, you don't know how to do it, right?
That's right.
So what's like the maybe two main things that you tell a beginner to really understand when they trade?
First thing first, not to lose money.
Okay.
Right. So once you have mastered how to not lose.
So is that something that we can learn from you on XM platform?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm an open book, so I teach
All right.
every single thing.
All right, we'll definitely add that link in the description so that you can just easily click through and learn first thing first, how not to lose money. So now let's move away from trading for our audience out there, women, moms who are looking to manage finances. A lot of women, it's even just the basic of money, right? It's hard to even think of, what should I think about? How should I think about money? So what do you think about financial literacy for women or moms? What do you think is the number one thing that they should know? Or
I think the number one thing that I see a lot of people doing is giving in to guilty pleasures. Right, and so whether is it getting your favorite labubu, or getting,
and then they justify it by it's an investment.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, is it a wise investment? Well, that's another question, right? And then of course, I've seen people going to a pop mart. I mean, no wrong. I mean,
If you enjoy it as a hobby, go for it.
yeah, but just don't overdo it.
Okay.
Just don't overdo it. Yeah. So we have two stages, right? So we have wealth accumulation,
Yeah.
right? And then of course we have wealth preservation.
Yes.
Right. So wealth accumulation, wealth preservation. So I believe that a lot of people, right? I would say 80%, 75% of the population, we are always accumulating wealth. Right? And when we are at our wealth accumulation stage, right, we should not give in to guilty pleasures. We should not have the luxury to get convenience. Like let's say, for example, ordering out, right? Calling Grab, or ordering Grab food, or taking Grab or whatever, right? Always choose the most cheapest option. So when I was funny thing, right? When I was trading, I was making about $50 a week, right? So I was at the beginning, right? And one packet of chicken rice, with extra chicken, it was a luxury to me. I think when I was when I first started, it was my daily meal consists of cai fan. And it's cai fan every single day until the uncle know me, and he's one of my first investor.
Oh wow!
Okay, he's one of my first investor. Yeah, so he owns 70 over cai fan stores in Singapore. Yeah, so it's always about wealth accumulation, then wealth preservation. If you don't accumulate your wealth, you won't have any wealth to preserve.
Correct.
Makes sense?
Then you're always having to work hard to get there.
Yes,
right.
Always having to accumulate for years and tens of years, and before you know it, you're too old, and you're thinking, oh, what have I done with my life? Yeah. So
I guess alongside building wealth and also trading, do you think that there's similarity between the both, right? We all love instant result.
Yeah.
Like, can I just put in money, and how long is the horizon? So would you say that trading is a long game?
Yes. So trading is always a marathon. It's never a sprint. Think about trading as running a business, right? You don't want to just hit one big one and then you're just gonna stop. But because if you hit one big one, so let's say for example, right, if you start off with $100, right, and you hit a big one, probably you make like $20,000 a week. You're over the moon. You're ready to treat your mom, treat your dad, treat everyone for a nice dinner, right? But before you know it, that $20,000 is just gonna snap and gone.
Yes.
Right, because you always have that greed. You say, I can do it once, $100 to $20,000. I can do it again, right? So financial literacy is always about having the mindset. I think number one is to control your emotions, your fear and your greed, right? When it comes to money, right? And of course, number two is always to have that prudent concept, right? So always have that prudent concept in a sense that, what if I lose the amount of money that I've made, right? So just now you mentioned, right, what are two things that traders must know. Yeah. So number one just now is not to lose money. Yeah. Number two is to always protect your profits. So no matter if you're not a trader, or if you are a salary man or woman, working 9 to 5, or whatever your job may be, right? Always try not to lose your salary. Try to always accumulate. Right, we always have to accumulate. Now, think about investments and trading as both avenues to accumulate more
wealth.
More wealth.
Back to your the big goal.
Yeah. So now, if you lose money, right, from your salary, then you wouldn't have enough bullets, right? Think about investments as bullets.
Yes.
Right. So if you keep losing your bullets, right, you wouldn't have enough bullets to basically shoot.
To spread around.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Right. And then of course, now I would recommend people to really start trading, start investment. With just try with a small amount of money. Don't put your entire 1 month salary into trading or investment. Right, try with a few $100, $500 or whatever. I think that's a good amount to start. Not financial advice, but $500, it's I would say it's more than comfortable for an average Singaporean, right? Of course, if you don't have $500, please don't start trading.
Yes. If you're in debt, right? Don't even
if you have some financial crisis, then of course, please settle the financial crisis first.
Correct.
Because you're not in a
and have at least I always believe that before you even think about investment, have some sort of like buffer money, just in case anything happens, you won't feel, immediately have to, take money off the market. That's when you may tend lose, right? So have some buffer money, have some, but not too much money sitting in the bank because of inflation, you're basically losing money. So then take out that extra and begin, see how you can compound it, right?
Of course.
Cool.
Yeah. And then of course, I just want to add on, right? If you're facing, financial crisis, and if you're thinking that, I'm going to invest in this, that is going to get me out of my financial crisis, I'm going to take this trade that's going to get me out of my financial crisis, I think the markets will humble you real quick. Yeah. Because you are not in the right frame of mind to trade, you're not in the right frame of mind to even invest.
Correct.
Right? Because you're betting, everything on that one single investment or that one single trade. Yeah. Right? Which is very, very dangerous. And I've seen so many traders, so many investors get burned by this.
Right. So it's really going in with the right mindset, not just like hit and run. That's why it is a long-term game, right?
Yes,
Bringing back to
it is a marathon and never a sprint. Yeah.
And so I want to get technical here, right? So just now you say, let's say, you put in $100 and then it got up to 20,000, don't spend it all. Yeah. What should you do? Should you leave some still in there or?
Well,
what would you do?
Always take profits.
Full profit?
No, but I mean, you don't have to take full profits.
Yeah. So maybe withdraw half,
then of course,
take profit first.
Yeah, just probably take out half or, treat yourself to something nice. But don't spend everything, save some.
See where else you can invest with the profit.
Exactly. Okay. So save some, reward yourself with some, and then of course leave some to compound your investments.
Absolutely. So thank you so much. That's been very helpful, and I think that's like philosophical learning that we got from there. Mindset learning, and also some technical tips as well. Like really, what happens if you win, right? And also what
not to do specifically is not to lose your capital, not to lose your investment, and not to lose your profits.
Yes.
That's the two things that I learned today. So, okay, now I'm going to just throw some terms at you. So what I want you to do is say profit when it's a yes thing to invest in, or if it's overhyped. What should he say when it's overhyped? No, just a no. Pass or no, okay?
Okay.
You say pass or no.
Pass or no? Okay, let's do it.
So let's do it, right? Like a quick fire thing. Okay, number one, crypto trading in 2025.
Profit. Let's do it.
Yeah, yes.
It's a yes.
Okay, profit. Yes. AI bots replacing traders.
No, not at the current moment. It's not really.
Oh, okay. So you have explored some of these bots and you feel like they're not ready.
Yes.
Okay. Trading with just 30 minutes a day, possible?
Possible, yes.
Profit? Okay. Gold as a beginner-friendly asset.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Jumping into trades before learning.
Huge no. Huge no.
No way. No. Yeah, so learn and you know, there's so many platforms out there that you can learn from, and especially they're free.
Exactly.
Right? So click on the link below, hint. Relying on TikTok or Telegram signals.
Oh, a huge no. Huge no.
So I think I get from the past, and no, hopefully you get that to our fellow viewers, that always go in informed. It's not a gamble. So when you trade right with the right information, you'll be able to grow your wealth, hopefully, but of course, go in with your eyes wide open. Yeah. Now, we want to go into some audience Q&A that we have collected before this interview. So let's go to the first one. How do I know when to stop a trade?
In profit or in loss?
Oh, okay. Profit just now we asked already, right?
Yeah.
The 20,000 one. How, in the loss? How do I, when is the baseline?
Okay. So now everyone have a different risk management approach. I would say only lose the money that you're comfortable losing. If, you know, of course you have to know what is the amount that you're comfortable losing before you even enter an investment or before you even start trading.
Yes.
Right? So know when to stop. So I think everyone's finances is a little bit different, right? So it's really hard to say, you know, when to stop a trade, right? I would say probably, you know, a 10-20% drawdown. It's, you know, quite significant, right? And of course, probably that should be a good level to stop or to move on to the next one.
Okay. Yeah. Second question: is it possible to trade without being glued to the screen?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I think we answered that just now. Just 30 minutes a day with the right learning, and because Wei Xiang makes it simple, trade with clarity, yes, you should be able to do it in 30 minutes a day. You don't need to be glued to the screen. Number 3 is finally, the last question is, what books or people shaped your trading journey? Is there any books that people could go to?
Books? No. I'll explain why.
Okay.
So you don't read a book to learn how to drive. You drive and practice to learn how to drive. Same thing for investing and trading. You have to dip your toes into the water to kind of have a feel of it, right? And I think have any people inspired me? No. But have anybody really enrages me to push on more? I would say that's my ex-girlfriend's mother.
Yes. Yeah, she's probably like listening right now. And she's like, see, you know, it's me. Okay, so now what's the one piece of advice you give to someone who's just thinking about trading but hasn't started yet?
Well, do start early, right? I think age is one of the factor for you know, your risk management profile, right? You know, the older that you get, you know, of course you want to save up for retirement, right? Of course, when we are younger, we have more opportunities. We can make more mistakes, right? So start early as you can. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time to start is right now.
Yes.
Right. So I think if you are at the age of, you know, 60, 65 years old, then no, please don't do any investments, don't do any trading. Maybe do investments, but, you know, just do it really safe investments. Keep your money for retirement, right? You don't want to be, you know, old and you know don't have enough money to retire, and then of course you know that's really a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So let's finish this sentence. A smart trader is someone who.
A smart trader is someone who manage his or her risk well, and a smart trader is also someone who understand that there is no such thing as 100% win rate or 100% guarantee returns, and of course he or she cannot get into trading or investing, right, with the mindset of getting rich quick.
Thank you so much. And I think with that really encapsulate, everything that you shared with us today. I've learned heaps. So thank you so much, Wei Xiang, for
You're
being with
welcome.
us
Thank you,
today.
Michelle.
Thank you. So I hope that you've learned a lot from Wei Xiang today. And if you have more questions, of course, you can reach out to him at
Instagram wx.chew.
Okay.
TikTok is also the same handle. Yeah, I think these are the
That's
two.
where you can reach out to him. I hope to see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.